Kitchen, the show that has at least 6 viewers, 4 of whom eat from this very kitchen. Today, on the season 4 finale, we'll be making a meal that can be both served as an appetizer or as a main course. Today we're making prosciutto wrapped chicken tenders, and we'll be grilling them. For once, it's not snowing. Okay, to get started on these prosciutto wrapped chicken tenders, we need to get a marinade put together first, because once we clean these chicken tenders, it's got to go in the marinade. So for that, we're going to need 2/3 of a cup of olive oil, about 1/2 of a cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice, 1/4 cup of dried rosemary, and an entire bulb of fresh garlic. Now this has just been smashed, it doesn't need to be minced. We also need 2 teaspoons of kosher salt and some fresh cracked black pepper. Now we're going to be putting this all together into a large container because we're going to have to put all of our chicken tenders in here. So let's get this put together. Okay, the rest of the ingredients for these chicken tenders is very simple. We just need a package of chicken tenders. Now I have so many because I'm making this as part of a main course. We also need 1 slice of prosciutto for each of these tenders, and we need a skewer for each of these tenders. Now these need to be soaking in water for at least a half an hour. So let's get started cleaning up these tenders. Okay, in order to clean up these tenders, we need to get rid of this tendon. Now this tendon is what holds this muscle to the breastbone. So we have to carefully cut along either side. This is going to be very slippery and hard to get a hold of. Carefully just peel the meat down on either side of it, because as this goes down the tender, it's going to become flatter and flatter. All right, so we can just go ahead then and lay our tender out and then just peel this tender meat away from it so that we save as much meat as possible. Okay, and once it gets to about here, we can just go ahead and cut it out. Okay. We also need to get rid of any of this connective tissue that's on the outside of the chicken tender. All right, and into the marinade these go. Okay, now it's on to getting the prosciutto ready. Okay, while we're letting these tenders marinate, we need to go ahead and prepare our prosciutto. And what that means is just getting the individual pieces of prosciutto out of this package, because we're going to be handling raw chicken with marinade, so we can't keep going back into this package or else we'll cross-contaminate. So now I've counted, I've got 24 chicken tenders, so I'm going to need 24 slices of prosciutto. Now you'll also notice that this is not prosciutto di Parma. You don't need any expensive prosciutto because this is going on the grill. So this Soterio prosciutto, 16 ounces, will be just perfect. So let's get this on the platter. Okay, to assemble these, I have my piece of prosciutto. Now I still have it on the paper, but I did go ahead and peel it away from the paper. So we're just going to lay one of these down. We're going to get a tender. We are going to start at the top at an angle, and then we are just going to wrap the prosciutto around the tender. Okay? And once we get it around the tender, we're going to go ahead and get a skewer, and we're just going to thread it through top and bottom, and end up this way. Now we want to flatten this all out so that's nice and flat. Okay, and then we can just stack these up. Okay, I've got the grill preheated to very hot, but once we go and put these tenders on there, I'm going to turn off the burner so that it's more of an indirect cooking. So let's head out to the grill. Okay, once you take these prosciutto wrap tenders off the grill, they're going to need about a 10-minute rest to allow the juices to redistribute and to come to a little more manageable temperature to eat, which I have. So let's give these prosciutto wrap tenders a try. That is delicious.